my goodness. Y'all don't go nowhere yet, because I got to ask you. I got to ask you after this. Don't go nowhere. Wait. I tell you what, Ravel back here is the epitome of cool. Back there with the tuba on and one hand in his pocket. I tell you what, how easy is that? Yeah, I know. I've seen that. And there's, like I said, there's Andrews everywhere. Andrews are everywhere. And we love it. We love it here. Frenchy, I know you're on Zoom right now. Ed, I think you've got him on Zoom. Is that right? Yeah. Hey, Frenchy. Hi, baby. How you doing? Frenchy, I hope we're going to get a chance to see that painting, because you can bid on that. You go to the FunkyUncle.live, and you'll get a chance to bid on this Frenchy painting right now. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to love having this one on your wall, and you're going to be able to say, you know, I knew those guys back in like 2022 when they played on this thing called the Funky Uncle, and now look at them. That's what's going to happen. I know it is. So I want to thank Frenchy. Thank you, darling, so much for being here every week and painting. Even if you're not in the building, you've made it work. You've made it happen. And we really, really appreciate all of his dedication and his talent. Put your hands together one time for Frenchy. All right. So again, I want to remind you about April 6th is our 2nd year anniversary. And it's going to be big, people. We got George Porter. We got Leo Nocentelli. We got Mike Limler, Josh Paxton, John Fole. What? C.R. Groover. Yes, we do. We are going to pay honor to the gentlemen that are on the Funky Uncle float 100%. It is going to be an amazing show, and you get to be here. You get to be here. You can come to the Howlin Wolf April 6th. Either go to the FunkyUncle.live and buy your tickets. Click on that link right after you click on the donate button. Yep, you see what I did there, right? And or you can go to the howlinwolf.com and click on their ticket website and buy tickets for that. And you need to do it soon, because it's going to get crowded up in here, and it is going to be so much fun. Guys, Lyndon, can I ask you, you got another one? I know you got another one. Yeah. Can you do another one for me?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep. And then we're going to sit down and talk after that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then after that, I want y'all to come back, because I got to get a picture with all my babies. These guys I have known since you were 12, 13. You were, how many?
25 years old.
You're 25. So you were about 14, and I don't even know how old you were. I probably changed your diapers or something like that. Yeah. Well, you changed them, all right? So all of my boys, guys, I am so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all to not only know to say that I can say I knew you now, I knew you when, but I knew you back then, and I only expected great things from you, and y'all have shown it to us. And if you appreciate New Orleans music, the New Orleans family of music, then I implore you, I beg you to please don't make me go mama on you. Click on that button, donate live, or text FUNK to 36413. Let me ask you to do one more thing. You know what that is, guys? Can y'all help me say it? You gotta wash your hands and stomp your feet.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Are we done?
Take that drum off and
done.
come on up.
You done?
Are you done? I think we're done. We're gonna.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk for a minute here. We're gonna get some microphones pulled up here, and we're gonna make some room. And Lyndon, you and I are gonna sit down and talk. Lyndon, come on up here and get this microphone. And I'm gonna ask you, those of you at home, to please pull your mic off of there and let's just get rid of that. Huh? Yeah, come on. Let's get one more. Can we get one more chair? Can we get one more chair? Because I'd love to have you. Let's move that mic stand out of the way so it's not up in your face. Pull your vocal mic over there. There you go. Pull that vocal mic over there. And gosh, I tell you what, folks, please don't forget to check out the FunkyUncle.live. That's our website. We can sure use your support. Like I said, our music is back in the clubs, but we've got a lot of catching up to do, a whole lot of catching up. So, first of all, guys, I am so proud that you have continued to support the traditions of New Orleans music. And use your microphone. That's all right. I know you're talking to me, but let's talk to them too, all right? And let's talk for just a minute. First of all, how are you related? I mean, there's so many different degrees of relations in the Andrews family, but you know, everybody immediately thinks of Shorty. Yeah. All right. So let's sit back and talk. All right. So Shorty is your third cousin. Yeah. James and Glenn David are your second cousins. Yeah, and it's a big family. Yeah. A whole big family, and y'all had like 4 of you. Yeah. 4 Andrews up here on stage. 5 of you. 5 of you.
It was my brother, Revert Andrews.
Revert.
My younger brother, Ravel Andrews.
Ravel.
My cousin, Lyndon Andrews.
Oh, that's right. And
my cousin, Roderick Andrews.
Oh, Roderick. Sorry, Roderick. I love you.
Roderick.
Sorry. So, let's talk what does family mean to you and your family? What's a Sunday afternoon family get-together like for the Andrews family?
It's always crazy whenever we get together as a family. Yeah. But for me, family is like everything. That's all we ever had, growing up in the Treme. Family and music, literally, because everyone plays an instrument. My father is a trombonist. Revert Andrews played with the Dirty Dozen.
Peanut.
What you say, Pops? I finally did something with myself.
He knew you would. Oh, yeah. He always. Every time I talked to Peanut, he said, my boys play. Yeah. And I was like, yes, I do.
I think as I'm getting older, I'm starting to notice how proud he is. Like he's always just, especially when he gets to drinking, he just gets to telling everybody. Now my younger brother, Ravel, is playing the sousaphone. He's just like, my other son playing now. It went from just me and Revert to my brother Ravel now. So, I'm super proud and excited about that as well myself.
And not to cut you off, but when you mentioned like that family relation, his dad, actually, who we talking about, Peanut?
Yeah.
Is my mom's brother. So
is your mom's brother? So that's your he's your uncle.
Yeah,
his dad is your uncle.
Yeah, and my mom is auntie.
Okay, all right. So now we got the family connection here. We just call it kinfolk, don't we? Yeah. And that's a good thing.
It's crazy. I have so many cousins, but all of them are really like my brothers.
Right. Now, Lyndon, we were talking earlier, and you said that you don't remember a time that you weren't playing music.
Yeah.
That I asked him, when did you start? When did you remember that you started playing drums? And you said, I don't remember when I wasn't. Yeah. But is there some memory back there of the first time that you were given a real drum and a real pair of sticks and not a cardboard box and a fly swatter?
My first ever snare drum probably. I think my mama got me my first snare drum, the black one. I had a little black piccolo. My mama had got me. I think it was for my birthday. My birthday one year.
Those little bitty,
Yeah,
little
it was a
bitties.
small drum.
Oh, we got
And I had the-
video.
I had the small
They
stick
got
for my-
videos on YouTube of him playing and
Oh,
stuff.
we're gonna find those. We're gonna have to find those.
Yeah, they up there somewhere. They up there somewhere.
Do you know how important your family is to the New Orleans music culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real important. I ain't gonna lie. My family, they've done a lot with this music culture, and I'm really just trying to continue it and keep it going, just in my own way, you know,
Mm-hmm.
modernize it and just do it a little differently, but the same.
So if I could ask you in one word, what does New Orleans music mean to you?
What does New Orleans music mean to me in one word? That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I mean, just love, really. Love what you do. Like being yourself 100%.
How about you, Landon?
Me, I probably say
Use that microphone. He's a drummer. He's not used to using the microphone. Use that microphone.
I would say passion, cause like this is something I really have a passion for, and like when I play my drum, it's like it's not. Well, it comes from the soul. Everything just comes from the soul. That's why I say passion.
Passion and love
And feeling.
and feeling and family.
Yeah,
And
most definitely.
family. So let me ask you this. The music that you played was so traditional. I mean, if a brass band is going to play, this is what they're going to play.
Yeah.
If I asked you one tune that every brass band should play, what would that be?
I would say when the Saints go marching in, it's like a
That's
staple.
what I was gonna say.
It's a staple, you know. We come from New Orleans. It's actually a old church hymn song, you know. A lot of people don't know that. But, you know, we got the Saints, so it actually works perfect for our city.
For our city, yeah.
That's the tune you would say also.
Yeah.
All right, second one that a street brass band, more than traditional brass, street brass. What would
You might differ from me.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll probably say something like "Do What You Wanna" or something like that. Do what you wanna. That's what I would say.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
we actually played that on stage too tonight.
Me, I like that Preservation Hall song, Mad, off one of the newest releases. Mad by Preservation Hall. Where you at, Benji?
That's a funky one.
Yeah, Benji does a good job. We're glad to that. I'm very
It's
happy
our
that.
brothers over at Preservation Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud that you gave them props because that kind of is what, you know, they gave the elderly musicians that played in the 20s a place to play, to keep playing.
To preserve.
In 1960, in 61, is when they opened to give the elder musicians a place to still play because rock and roll had taken over Bourbon Street, and they didn't have a lot of places to play. And it was hard for these guys because, let's say you were 40 in the 1920s. In 1960, how old are you then? You're pushing 80s. You know, you're really pushing it. So I appreciate that these young men are giving that their props because it really is. Now, who would you say influenced you the most in your drumming?
Influenced me the most, I probably say my big cousin, Derek Tab.
Yeah.
Used to play with Rebirth, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Derek Tab. He probably my biggest influence, still to this day, really. And he doesn't even play with Rebirth no more, but he still practice every day. Like he still play gigs and everything. He still play gigs, but not like he used to. But he still practice every day like he do. And that's just like, that's motivation right there. As a drummer, that's motivation for real.
And how about you, babe?
I mean, I don't think I'd even be able to like give it all to one person. I had so many mentors and teachers in my life, you know. It's a bunch. I could go down the list. It's so many. I got my father, of course, Revert Peanut Andrews, Corey Henry, a great trombonist, my cousin Troy Andrews, my cousin Glenn David Andrews, my cousin James Andrews, Donald Harrison Jr.,
Gotta
Big
give it
Chief
up to
Donald
Donald,
Harrison
Big Chief,
Jr.
Big Chief, yeah.
I could keep going, but, you know, all my teachers at NOCA when I was there, so many. The list just goes on and on.
I remember when you auditioned at
You
Noka.
remember that?
Yeah.
And it's not even just like to musicians.
Yeah.
You know, it's so loud.
It's
It's
lot
a
of
magical
people.
place.
Yeah,
It really, really is.
yeah.
And it helped to shape you. And
Definitely, most definitely.
what, I guess I should say, how much does it mean to you to have become part of this musical culture of New Orleans?
I mean, it means everything to me. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, I'm actually like a touring musician. Like, I work. I play with Terrence Simeon and a Zydeco Experience. I'm in New Breed Brass Band. I play with Rebirth Brass Band sometime. I'm in my cousin band, the Big Hittaz. I play with the Knockers Brass Band. It's just so many different bands. I have my own band too. Gotta plug that, cuz.
Got a plug.
The Funk Griot. Be on the lookout for that.
Funk Creole.
The Funk Griot, Grito. We're gonna have to do something with the Funky Uncle.
We
got
all right.
we're
All right.
gonna
We need to
debut our
talk.
single.
We'll talk. Lyndon, how many different bands do you play in?
Really, I try to focus more on my band, but I still play with whoever call me, as long as it fits around my band schedule. Gotta put my band first. You know, as the leader, that's what I gotta do.
So I've said more than once that it's really hard. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's hard to hold a gun in one hand when you're holding two drumsticks in your hands.
Yeah.
And I feel that music is a way for the young men and women in New Orleans to stay out of trouble. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, most definitely. Music has kept me out of trouble a lot over the years, like a lot since a child.
Is there one incident that you can remember in particular that
No, not
I
none
would
of-
have been there? I would have been there, but I was playing a gig.
Yeah, not none in particular. I could just say, and you know, instead of me being out doing something, getting in trouble, I'm always playing gigs on weekends, like on Saturdays, Sundays. You know, instead of me doing stuff that you know other teenagers would be doing, I'm always playing gigs. That's how it's always been.
Put that microphone up in your face.
Yeah, that's how it's always been for me. My bad.
Drummers.
I'm a little nervous. I'm getting used to
I'm
it.
gonna make you say that again so we can cut it out later. How about you?
I mean, it's been the same for me. You know, I never really focused on any of that. My life has always been about music, literally, since I was probably about 6 or 7. But I started really taking it serious when I got to high school. That's when I really knew that I was going to be playing music full time.
Who were your instructors?
When I was in
You wanna
high
give
school,
props to there, yeah.
come on now, we got Joe Franklin over at Joseph S. Clark Preparatory High School. You know, I got to shout you out. When I was at Noka, I had Mr. Michael Polera, and it was crazy. I ended up going, I had the pleasure of going to Cuba in January a couple years ago.
That's right.
And
You
he
were
was
with
on
that
a
group.
trip, and I was like, from Noka to Cuba. But then we got Michael Reiner, Kyrie Allen Lee, Chris Severin, and my private instructor, Matthew Wright.
Oh,
Yeah,
Matthew, Matthew does a good job.
Like, he was on me the most.
How about you?
I haven't really had too
Where'd you
many-
go to school?
I went to McDonald 35. high
Down at
school.
35. And who was that instructor there? I know, but you got to tell these folks.
We had Rollins over there. We had
Yeah.
Rollins.
Which Mr. Rollins?
Not Big Rollins. We had Little Rollins. Yeah, Little Rollins over there.
But he is Big Rollins now.
Well,
He
you know
may
what I
be
mean.
shorter, but he's Big Rollins. Yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So these guys were a big influence in your world.
Yeah.
I mean, they really, really are. Our band directors, they've got so many props because they spend more time with the young men and women in this town than their parents get a chance to. And they really do. They really, really do. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you honoring them and checking them out. So if you had to if you had that crystal ball, what's the future for Lyndon Andrews and the Big Hittaz?
Hopefully, we'll be traveling around the world doing different concerts and festivals. That's really what I'm aiming for right now.
How did COVID hit you?
COVID hit in a big way. I'm not gonna lie, cause you know, we musicians, so most of our income, well, really all of our income is playing gigs, come from playing gigs, you know. And I'm sorry about that. I'm a musician, so most of our income comes from playing gigs. So COVID actually affected me in a big way. We couldn't really play gigs like we were supposed to. People were. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tongue tied.
That's all right. That's all right. You doing fine.
We couldn't play gigs how we were supposed to, so that meant we wasn't getting booked or nothing like that, so we couldn't make any money. So that's how COVID really affected us in a big way.
And that's how the Funky Uncle got started. Did you learn any new skills during COVID? Did you learn about live streaming or the digital world?
I actually didn't. I took COVID as a time to just buckle down and just rehearse and try and get my music together, really, creating, just getting it together.
Well, I am very, very proud of all of you. I'm going mama on you. I'm sorry. Very, very proud. I'm also just, I cannot wait to see the future of this and the future of you. I've known you since you were kids, and now you're young men, and I'm just so happy to have you here. And I need you to look into these cameras here, and I need you to say what I was telling everybody that they needed to do one at a time. I want you to say, look in that camera right there and tell them what they need to do.
Wash your hands and stomp your feet.
Wash your hands and stomp your feet.
Yes, indeed. Thank you all so much. Don't forget, text FUNK to 36413. It is never too late to donate. Next week, we will be at Tipitina's for 2 weeks, and then we are coming back here for April 6th for our 2nd anniversary show. Thank you all so much. Good night, and don't forget, wash your hands and stomp your feet.
6 more.